Inec shift governorship state assembly elections to March 18. Wow. So this push, Inec came out to declare that the governorship election that is planned to take place on March 11, this coming Saturday, has been moved to March 18. That is about a week ahead. So it's been pushed for 1 week ahead, and they have their reasons for doing that. Initially, we're thinking is to give Labour Party and PDP space to examine the Bvas with respect to the ongoing case with election fraud that has been tendered in the court. But this time around, what Inec is saying is for them to be able to complete reconfiguring of the Bvas in readiness for the governorship election. So let's see what Mahmoud Yakubu, the Inec team, has to say about the postponement of the governorship elections. The Independent National Electoral Commission, Inec, has postponed the governorship and State House of Assembly elections till March 18. People's Gazette has linked that. Okay, so the exercise was previously scheduled to hold on March 11, but Inec, citing a logistic crisis stemming from Bvas configuration and transportation, said the election could no longer proceed as scheduled following a meeting of its executives on Wednesday evening. The elections were postponed to allow 1 more week for preparations. An official familiar with the meeting told the People's Gazette by telephone on Wednesday night, "We should be able to get everything in order before March 18. The meetings was still underway at Inec headquarters in Abuja as of the time this report was made. Yeah, it's okay. So a senior Inec official told the Gazette a statement was being put together about the postponement. The commission earlier today had convinced the Abuja division of the Court of Appeal to vary its order granting Peter Obi of the Labour Party and PDP's Atiku Abubakar permission to inspect the presidential election materials on the premise that it had to reconfigure the Bvas for the conduction of the polls this Saturday. The Electoral Commission, despite having 4 years and a massive 355 billion naira budget to prepare, has a notorious history of postponing elections at the last minute due to concerns with preparedness. In 2019, the Commission under Mahmoud Yakubu announced the postponement of the elections around 2:30 a.m. the same Saturday the election were scheduled to hold. Nigerians had hoped Mr. Yakubu would have learned from his 2019 experience and be better prepared to handle the 2023 election, supported by an even bigger budget and cutting-edge Bvas technology. A similar incident occurred in February 2015 when the then Inec chairman Atahiru Jega shifted the presidential and governorship elections by 1 month. This was after Mr. Jega had postponed the presidential polls more than once in 2011 when he led the Electoral Commission. So let's see what Inec has to say. The Inec full statement confirming the postponement. Following today's ruling by the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal on the reconfiguration of the bimodal voter accreditation system (BVS) used for the presidential election held on 25th February 2023, the Commission met to assess its impact on the Commission's preparations for the governorship and State House of Assembly elections scheduled for Saturday, 11th March 2023. Nigerians will recall that on 3rd March 2023, the presidential APT had given an ex-party order for some political parties to inspect materials used for the presidential election, including the forensic inspection of over 176,000 BVAs used in the election, which are located in Inec local government area offices across the country. the Commission approached the tribunal to reconsider the order, given that the Bvas systems were to be deployed for the governorship and state House of Assembly elections, and that the lack of a clearly defined time frame for the inspection could disrupt the Commission's ability to conduct the outstanding elections. For instance, the Bvas can only be activated on the specific date and time of an election. Having been used for the presidential and National Assembly elections on 25 February 2023, it is necessary to reconfigure the Bvas for activation on the date of the governorship and state House of Assembly elections. While the ruling of the tribunal makes it possible for the Commission to commence the preparation of the Bvas for the governorship and state House of Assembly elections, it has come far too late for the reconfiguration to be concluded. Consequently, the Commission has taken the difficult but necessary decision to reschedule the governorship and state House of Assembly elections, which will now take place on Saturday, 18th March 2023. By this decision, campaigns will continue until midnight of Thursday, 16th March 2023, that is 24 hours before the new date for the election. This decision has not been taken lightly, okay, but it is necessary to ensure that there is adequate time to back up the data stored on the over 176,000 Bvas machines for the presidential and National Assembly elections held on 25 February 2023, and then to reconfigure them for the governorship and state House of Assembly elections. This has been the practice for all elections, including the period when the Commission was using the smart card readers. However, we wish to reiterate that the Commission is not against litigants inspecting election materials. Consequently, it will continue to grant all litigants access to the materials they require to pursue their cases in court. We wish to reassure all political parties and candidates that the data from the presidential and National Assembly elections will be backed up and available in Inec cloud facilities, including the Inec result viewing portal IREV. Okay. Political parties can apply for certified true copies of the back-end data of the Bvas. Also, the results on the Bvas will continue to be available on the IREV for interested parties to access. We want Nigerians and friends of Nigeria for the understanding as we thank Nigerians and friends of Nigeria for the understanding as we continue to deal with these difficult issues and navigate these challenging times. Barrister Festus Okoye, National Commissioner and Chairman, Information and Voter Education Committee. Can you imagine? So Festus Okoye is making this announcement now that the reason they are doing this is because of the logistic issues and also the reconfiguration of the machine and transporting it to the various locations where they have to be used. Okay, so that is the reason they are doing it, and they are now pledging that will continue to grant litigants and party members access to the Inec data, especially the certified true copies, and then the data that was used for the election in February 25, 2023 will be backed up in their cloud facilities for access for anyone that is interested. That is what they're trying to say. But the truth of the matter here is that I can't believe these people. They are never honest and will never be honest. Okay? They are never honest and they will never be honest. That is the truth. So what that's telling us here is that they need to do this reconfiguration to prepare, and because of that, that is the major reason they are moving the election forward by 1 week. Okay, it should have been March 11, 2023, but it's now March 18, 2023, moved forward by 1 week to enable them complete this reconfiguration and transport them to the various locations where they have to be used. Also to enable them complete the backup of all the data in the 176 pieces of Bvas machines that they have for the election. Okay, I don't trust these people, all right? They've made a statement like genuine Nigerians, but they're never genuine in their mind, in their intentions, in their agenda. They're never genuine. I just hope that they will not erase all those data, because they're going to tamper with those data. That reconfiguration period is to enable them, all the hard copy paper they have that is not in alignment with what they have on ground, inside the Bvas machine or inside the server. This will be the time to align all of that data. That is exactly what they want to do. They will align all the data, and they will say they will leave it for everybody to see. But what people are going to see online is going to be the same with the hard paper that people are seeing, and then they will say that is what they use to make decisions. Meanwhile, those data do not reflect the exact data from each of the polling units that should have been used. I don't trust these people. It's okay. I just hope that the litigants, both the PDP and the Labour Party litigants, will be smart enough to watch what these guys want to do, because they shouldn't be trusted. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment for sharing. Thank you for being part of this channel.